Welcome to Hollywood Bulletin, where we uncover the shocking truths behind music's most legendary icons. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on the king of rock and roll himself, Elvis Presley. While the world adored him as a charming Southern gentleman and groundbreaking performer, few know about the deep grudges he carried behind the scenes. That slick hair and smooth smile masked a fiery undercurrent of resentment toward other musicians, rivals, and even his own manager. And what we're about to reveal might just change the way you see Elvis forever. From the outside, Elvis seemed like the face of unity in music, a man who blended gospel, soul, country, and rock into something electrifying. But according to industry insiders, Elvis held deep grudges that spanned decades. Whispers of sabotaged careers, furious backstage confrontations, and bitter jealousy reveal a side of the king the public never saw. Let's break it down, starting with one of the most explosive rivalries in rock history. Jerry Lee Lewis, known for his wild piano theatrics and larger-than-life personality, shares a long and complicated history with Elvis. Both were signed to Sun Records and quickly became competitors for Sam Phillips' attention. According to a former studio engineer, Elvis once said, "That crazy fool is turning rock and roll into a circus. He's ruining the dignity I'm trying to bring to it." The tension exploded during a 1957 session where Jerry reportedly told Elvis he was going soft. Elvis stormed out and told Colonel Parker he never wanted Lewis near his sessions again. Some say Elvis quietly pulled strings behind the scenes, warning producers that Lewis was too unstable for TV and family audiences. The result? Jerry Lee's rise was stifled while Elvis stayed on top. Next, Little Richard, the architect of rock and roll. Though both men respected each other's talent, Elvis allegedly struggled with the fact that he was praised as king while Richard was seen as an afterthought. According to reports, Richard once told Elvis backstage, "You're a good man, but you're getting credit for music black artists created. That's not your fault, but it's happening." Elvis was reportedly shaken and avoided Richard for months. Behind the scenes, sources say he even anonymously funded some of Richard's recording sessions out of guilt, saying, "I owe him more than I can repay, but I can't be seen helping him. It would ruin everything." Then comes Bob Dylan, who represented a shift in the music world: lyrics over image, intellect over energy. As Dylan became hailed as rock's new voice, Elvis reportedly spiraled into self-doubt. He'd listened to Dylan's albums repeatedly, allegedly asking, "If he can't sing and can't play guitar, why is he the genius now? What does that make me?" After Dylan visited Graceland and critiqued Elvis's Hollywood soundtracks, Elvis is said to have thrown him out. But, ironically, he later studied Dylan's songwriting and used that inspiration to fuel his 1968 comeback special, which revitalized his career. But nothing shook Elvis quite like the rise of the Beatles, when four young British guys arrived and suddenly took over American music charts. Elvis saw more than just competition. He saw a threat to everything he had built. One of Colonel Parker's aides revealed that Elvis would obsessively watch their TV appearances and say, "They're selling our music back to us and making me look old doing it." During their famous 1965 visit to Graceland, Elvis reportedly reminded them, "You're talented, but don't forget who opened the doors you're walking through." After that meeting, rumors swirled that Elvis used his influence to quietly block their exposure on American TV. Whether true or not, the bitterness lingered, and insiders say it fed into Elvis's increasing paranoia and isolation. Next on the list, Frank Sinatra. While their rivalry was sometimes public and playful, privately, it was anything but. Sinatra reportedly called Elvis's music a mating ritual for teenagers, dismissing it as trash. At a 1960 industry party, Sinatra supposedly told him, "You're leading kids away from real music." Elvis responded by saying, "Prove your music makes people feel more than mine does." That tension pushed Elvis to start recording ballads and traditional standards in the 70s, driven by his need to be taken seriously, like Frank. In a rare moment of reconciliation, Sinatra allegedly told Elvis backstage, "You proved me wrong, kid. You didn't destroy music, you changed it." Elvis reportedly broke down, saying, "I've been trying to earn your respect my entire career, And finally, the most heartbreaking grudge of all, Elvis's relationship with his own manager, Colonel Tom Parker. While the world thought Parker was the genius behind Elvis's rise, insiders say Elvis felt more like a prisoner. A Graceland employee once overheard him say, "The Colonel sold my soul and convinced me it was for my own good." The king eventually discovered Parker's illegal immigration status and massive gambling debts. Enraged, he tried to fire him, but Parker's legal contracts made it impossible. Elvis sought help from lawyers, asking, "How do I get rid of the man who's killing my career without losing everything?" The answer? He couldn't. And that helplessness, many believe, is what drove Elvis deeper into prescription drugs and despair during his final years. These 6 relationships reveal a side of Elvis Presley rarely seen: the jealousy, the guilt, the isolation, and the crushing pressure of being not just a star, but a symbol. While the world remembers Elvis as a king, he was also a man flawed, conflicted, and desperately trying to protect a legacy that often felt like it was slipping away. Thanks for watching Hollywood Bulletin. If this story surprised you or gave you a new perspective on Elvis Presley, be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit the bell icon so you never miss more untold stories from music history's most iconic legends.